How many of us chase freedom but end up more trapped than ever? What does it really mean to be free in Jesus? We think freedom is comfort, fame, validation, or having everything go our way. But true freedom in Jesus isn't about what the world gives or takes from you, it's about what Jesus valued and what he ignored. Let's take a look at what Jesus was indifferent to so we can understand what it means to be truly free. Fame and popularity. Crowds often tried to make him famous after his miracles. People wanted to see him, celebrate him, even make him king. But what did he do? He withdrew to pray. He moved on to the next town. Mark 1:35-38 tells us he prioritized prayer and mission over applause. After feeding the 5,000, people tried to crown him king, John 6:15, and he refused. He did not chase recognition. His mission was obedience, not applause. Think about that. True freedom doesn't depend on being celebrated or admired. Jesus shows us that we can be free when we stop measuring our worth by who notices us. Human validation and approval. Religious leaders demanded signs to prove his authority. They wanted him to perform miracles just to satisfy them. But he refused. Matthew 12:38-39 shows that he did not perform for validation. He also warned against practicing righteousness to be seen by others, Matthew 6:1. He sought the Father's approval, not human praise. Freedom begins the moment you stop living for approval. When you prioritize God's validation over everyone else's, you step into a peace no one can take away. Wealth and material gain. Jesus lived simply. He said, "The Son of Man has no place to lay his head," Matthew 8:20. He taught clearly you cannot serve both God and money, Matthew 6:24. He did not pursue possessions or comfort. His focus was eternal treasure, not earthly wealth. True freedom comes when you are not enslaved by things, when you are content with God as your provider, and when you refuse to let material gain dictate your decisions. Political power and control. Satan tempted Jesus with all the kingdoms of the world, Matthew 4:8-10. He could have had it all without suffering, but he refused. Before Pilate, he declared, "My kingdom is not of this world," John 18:36. Earthly power and dominance were not his goal. Freedom is learning to reject the temptation to control or manipulate, to chase authority or status. Jesus shows us that ultimate freedom comes when we put God's kingdom first, above all worldly power. Reputation and criticism. Jesus was accused of blasphemy, madness, and being demon-possessed. Yet he often remained silent, Matthew 26-63. He accepted rejection, knowing his mission required suffering. He did not cling to reputation or defend himself at every turn. True freedom comes when you are no longer controlled by what others think of you, when you are willing to embrace humility and trust God with your story. Before any worldly thing, Jesus put God first. And because of that, he was free from the chains of temptation, the pressures of the world, and the need to compromise his values. If you want to experience that kind of freedom, you must do the same. Put God first. Obey him. Focus on what he values, not what the world demands. True freedom is not the absence of challenges. It is the presence of God in your life, guiding your steps, protecting your heart, and giving you peace even in the midst of difficulty. So today, ask yourself, what are you clinging to that is keeping you from freedom? Is it approval, possessions, control, fame, or reputation? Jesus shows us that when you put God first, none of those things can enslave you. You become free to live fully, faithfully, and boldly. Walk in that freedom, trust God above all. Let him be your guide, your measure of success, and your source of peace. When you do, you will discover the kind of freedom Jesus lived in, a freedom that the world cannot give and the world cannot take away. If this message felt personal, it's because it was meant for you. Thank you for watching all the way through. If you'd like to keep walking this journey with me, choosing freedom, faith, and peace, feel free to subscribe and stay connected. And if someone came to mind while you were listening, send this to them. I'll see you in the next one.